This is my CO2 Dragster project. We first started off with the research. The research was done before creating the model car. We looked at how airflow can affect the speed of a dragster when racing. And an example of good airflow is laminar flow, which flows over the body and allows the dragster to reach top speeds. Turbulent flow is making the air more compressed and staying to one spot that doesn't allow the dragster to reach top speeds while racing. The next part was the sketching project. This was the first step in creating a design to later then create on the piece of wood. We needed to provide a top, front, and right side views with dimensions before heading to the computer. 3D modeling was next. This part was very simple. All we had to do was use the dimensions from the sketch we previously had and put them into the computer to create a 3D model. On the bottom you can see the dimensions, and then the top we extruded out each of the holes and the body, and it created the 3D model very easy for us. The next part is just all of the parts. We then had to assemble the car online using the website Inventor. This part, we took a file from Mr. West and all the parts were in there. We then had to save them and carefully put them in. We had to figure out what the axle rod's lengths would be to equally reach out on both sides, and then the straw, which we will see in the next slide, is in between the body to help the axle run smoothly. We then had to show the exploded assembly. This is used to see what order the parts go in. The tires are the farthest, and then it is the axles, and then it is the washers. It's very hard to see, but there is a straw on the right side on the front and back. We had to create that to be the length of the body to fill the whole space. We then had to make working pages. This is the title page. This is then what I did on paper, but just now digitally. The top right side and front view is all included with all of the dimensions to help somebody create the same project. This is another view of the exploded assembly. This is just in the working drawings. The bubbles tell you when the objects were placed in, and then the parts list tells the mass, the volume, material, and the quantity of each item. The construction, I did unfortunately forget to take initial pictures, but these are just summaries of what I did. Um, I did end up changing my design from just really just a more curved object to now having a flatter beginning and then becoming more, trying to make it more aerodynamic to have that laminar flow to become faster. This is the final view of the body. My point was to make it look like a little bit like the Batman car. This was the final. This is what I raced with. And then this is the painting and the final production of what the dragster looks like. Race day, we raced. I did unfortunately lose my first race, but I did go against either the second or third place, so it was not a very easy race to win. And then credits, I had help from some other students to take pictures, and I also thank Mr. West for helping with any struggles that came along during this project. Um, I feel that we were given a lot of time, but it was for the amount of time we had, I am glad that I was able to finish and come out with a pretty solid result.